my name's Bonnie Mason. I've been going to PhoenixONE since August of 2011, or maybe end of July. I was in a class at Fuller Seminary, that's where I go to school, and there's a guy there, Ryan, who told me about PhoenixONE. So I was looking for a church, I was looking for a community, and I had only been in the Phoenix area for probably 10 months. So I was really bummed because I got really involved with the last church and loved it there, started a women's Bible study, and just was feeling really great about the community we were forming. But unfortunately, due to some unfortunate circumstances, we had to leave. So I was bummed. I felt like I moved to Phoenix, 10 months ago, and I found this church right away, and I was so excited to get connected in and meet people my age that love Jesus, and just meet people of all ages, and be in a church community. And now we had a church shop, and we had to look for different churches, and you hate that, being a consumer and looking at which one's the best fit for you. And so I was in class with a friend and kind of explaining where I was at, and just because he was asking where I went to church. And yeah, I said, I'm not really going to one right now, I'm trying to find one. And he was telling me about his, and it was too far. And so he said, well, my friend Jeff Goki has started this ministry called PhoenixONE. And I was like, oh, what's that? And so he told me, that's their mission, to connect our age group into the local church. And I was like, great, that's exactly what I need. Just so happened that it was the following week. I told my roommate, I was like, we should go to this. I have no idea what it's about, but I heard it's Christ-centered, and it was started by a legit guy, and they want to connect you in a church. So I said, maybe they'll have a list of churches. I don't really know, but let's find out. So we went, and I just thought it was so cool that 300 to 400 people were there, and they were in this age group, and they wanted to be there to fellowship, to worship, to hear about the Lord. So that was just really encouraging. So then you go to this connection tent, and there's these smiling faces there telling you, oh, do you need to find a church? And we're like, yep, we do. So we told them our story, and they were asking, me, what do you like about a church, or where do you live, or what service time can you go to, and that kind of stuff. And it was just nice. In some sense, they made the church shopping thing really simple, and not such a big deal. And so they had me fill out a connection card. We leave, and we don't really think anything of it. And then the next day I get a call from this guy, Mike Bahati, and I'm like, wow, that was quick. They're already calling me and contacting me. And he asked me, what's my deal? Why did I come to PhoenixONE? How did I hear about him? And I told him, how I'd heard about it, and that I was looking for a church. And then within the next 2 weeks, he would call and check and see if I had found a church, see if I liked the ones I had tried that he had suggested, and he really made it a goal to make sure I found one that I liked. He allowed me to be honest and tell him what I liked about a church and kind of what I didn't like about some I had been to, and because that's an awkward thing, you don't want to sound like a consumer. He tried to help me find a church, and I eventually did, and my roommate liked the same one, and we ended up going to Redemption Tempe, and we love it. And it was just really great to see the mission lived out in our life that PhoenixONE has. And so I was excited, and we kept going to PhoenixONE, and we were like, wow, well, I want to be that for somebody else. I want to be at that connection tent. I want to get to know somebody and connect them into a church and make them feel welcome. So, I told Mike I was interested in that, and he immediately was, pushes you right into leadership. And so he put us at the connection tent, Dan and I, and we get to talk to people, and we get to meet brand new people from all around the valley that love Jesus, that are struggling, that want to know more about him, that want to be connected in a church and just want to know people and feel welcome. And I love being that. I love being that for people, and I love being a part of PhoenixONE for their mission. And I'm excited to see where it goes from here.